Good morning, guys. My name is Phil. Welcome back to Miranda Detailing. So in today's episode, we have this beautiful brand new Audi e-Tron in for our new car prep and ceramic coating. Guys, if you're enjoying videos like this, and I hope you are, consider subscribing and clicking that bell so you don't miss stuff. And throughout any time during the video, if you are interested in any of the tools, the products that we use, check out the links down below. If you don't see something in those links that you see us use, just send me a message or comment, let me know, and I'll send you a link if I can. And that will usually go to either Amazon or Car Supplies Warehouse. Oh, good morning. So let's take a look at the e-Tron, and it is a little chilly this morning, so we're filling all of our buckets with hot water. We're going to get our hot water pressure washer cranking this morning, and let's take a look around. It is brand new. We're going to see if there are any defects on the paint to really compound or polish out. It's going to receive a paint enhancement anyway, and it kind of depends on the paint as to how far we go. I'm not foreseeing anything crazy, but you never know. We always find something that we have to attack a little further. We do have some black gloss up here that we're going to inspect, make sure that's looking good. We have the gloss black pillars. We have these little polished or gloss black areas as well. But the paint, man, beautiful color. It's actually a metallic blue as well. You'll see it under the lights when we get closer. Exterior only, paint enhancement and ceramic coating. We're going to coat it with crystal serum light. As we look at the interior, we're not going to do anything on the interior, but this thing is cool. Oh yeah, we also have black gloss down the bottom there. Black gloss wheels on the inside part, and of course the, painted metal on the outside. Oh yeah, there we go. Now we can kind of see the flake of the paint. That's beautiful. And really, already it doesn't look that bad. So let's get started. Wash process, the pre-wash, APC rinsing. We're gonna see if it really needs any type of mechanical deconning, and we'll go from there. We'll just kind of see what the vehicle needs as we go through the wash process. One is a quick charge port, he said. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Like it's, it's for emergencies when you need a quick charge, something like, that's kind of like at the public places. Yeah, so it's like those public places. Those are quick charge. The ones at home are different. Those are like a slower. I thought so, but I don't think, not all of them, not all Prius. I think only a few models did that, and then they stopped. I bet it was too expensive or something stupid. Like, oh my god, like what is that? Yeah. frozen foam
I don't think it's that cold for frozen.
I know, it just looks like it. I don't know why.
Where?
And the bubbles in here.
Oh. Oh.
Drive that. This didn't really drive that much. It sat mostly.
How long of a mileage? That's right.
I love these Timberlands.
Yeah.
They're waterproof and awesome. So cleaning delicate wheels, these guys right here are awesome. The wheel woolies I also have, they're great. These are nice and long, and they get into the barrels really well for long, you know, wide wheels. They're super gentle. They grab a ton of soapy water and foam, and nice and safe for these wheels. Of course, most of it is black gloss in there, so I want to be very careful. They clean really well. These are a little on the pricey side, but they are a good investment. Cool thing about these is this is replaceable. So these you can actually, you know, tear off and even throw in the washer, and you can buy replacements for these. So this whole microfiber thing comes right off, which is very cool. So there's a flat one. This is kind of like a flat version. They also have a round version. You can bend them, but I don't like to do that. Maybe just slightly to get into some of the areas and curves, but very heavy duty, nice wheel cleaning brushes. So a good investment. Check them out at Car Supplies Warehouse. No, this is AM Details snow foam.
That's awesome.
I know, I like it a lot.
Look at all the leaves, like long lasting.
Long lasting leaves, foam, good soapy soppies, likies. Just as good as me talkie. Me talkie, you talkie, me talkie. Join the club. So the e-Tron is blown dry, and we're doing a test spot here using a polish just to see what we can do with the paint. And really, it's not bad at all. Look how beautiful this is. That is gorgeous. So it only has a few little minor defects, little hazing there. That will go away. There's a tiny little scratches here and there. We just used the Dr. Beasley's NSP 45. It's really now one of our favorite polishes to use because the efficiency that it provides. Yeah, it looks awesome. You know, I always have to say this when using the polish. You see a little bit of residue, it's okay, it goes away. We did a black Ferrari the other day, and if I have that video, I'll put it up there in the card. We used the NSP, I believe it was the 95, the medium duty, and the 45 combination, you know, of those two, depending on what we were polishing, because the front end of that Ferrari was repainted, so a little softer. It left that residue on jet black paint, and when you see that, I know it's a little worrisome, it's a little disconcerting, but don't worry. Wipe it, coat it, and you'll be good to go. It takes away that haze. It's just a weird residual, It takes it away. Once you remove and level the coating out, it's beautiful. It's perfect. You see us use this a lot. This is one of our favorite combos, and 90% of the time it works. So that's why we continue using it. This really speeds things up. I encourage companies to do this. More companies need to come out with primer polishes. I don't know why. The industry is weird right now with that. They just want to stick with the same old adage of polish, panel wipe down, coating. We need to develop more polishes like this. If a company can develop polishes like this, they're a little bit easier to work with. Dr. Beasley's, it's not a big deal, but I wish he would revamp it a little bit to make that residue a non-issue, but maybe it's just part of the formulation and you have to live with it. If it is, whatever. But I'm sure later on down the road, update that formula, make it easier to use, because primer polishes save you time, save you money. It's incredible. We've saved so much time using those. It is a game changer. Companies need to develop primer polishes for any coatings. Develop a polish that can work with any coating. We will use it. Send it to us. We will show it. We will use it. Or if you're testing it, send it to us, and we test it off camera to make sure that it's working correctly. And if it's not, then we send it back and make sure that it's working properly. And then we will show, the polish working. So yeah, let's continue on with polishing. So as we look around the vehicle, yeah, you can see there's some swipe marks down there, very, very minor. Those will polish right out. Clear coat seems to be fairly medium to soft, fairly easy to work with for an Audi. The older Audis, I think the paint was very, very hard. It could be a real challenge to work on, but the newer ones, not so much. Now, our favorite glass polishes recently have been these two. So the P&S Clarity Cream, this is great for removing some water spots on the glass, prepping the glass for coatings. We also have this for water spot removal. There's no water spots on here, but if needed, you can use that also. And really heavy duty glass polishing, the Ceraglass works extremely well with the felt pad or the rayon pad, either one. I like the felt one. I think that one's from CarPro. I forget if it's Lake Country or CarPro, whichever the felt one is, that's what I prefer. It's weird to polish. You don't have to polish it like you're correcting it. You just go over it nice and slow, maybe 2 passes, and that's it. Hashtagging it, cross-hatching it, and then you're good to go. Then wipe it down with water and glass cleaner and all that, and get all that stuff out of the pores of the glass, and you're good to go. It preps it really, really well.
I'm going to tap you with a rotary right there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's what the hazing was. That looks like a little bit of like wet sanding that did not come out completely. It could have been a dust nib. And they did this, it looks like a big area. See how it's clear here? And then hazy. I think we kind of saw that when we were going over with the lights. You could see haziness right there. See? Yeah. That'll polish out. So let's see if that took care of it. Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah, that looks really, really nice. That cleared up all that haziness. And you're just left with the residue. Yeah, that's okay. You can see past it, when you wipe it and you see how it shifts, but you can see past that with the light. Even the fine polish, it can take out that little haze in the paint. Thank you, Audi. Thank you for putting glass here instead of soft black paint. Now it'll always be perfect. Brilliant. Why don't all car manufacturers do that? Probably because it's expensive. I'll just coat it with crystal serum light, go right over it. Perfect. Well, it finally warmed up. Open the garage door here to, let some of the warm air in. It's nice. So the trunk is open here because there's so many areas in here that keep on dripping water. So letting it drip dry as we're polishing, even though we blow dry everything as much as possible, you can't do it perfectly. There's always water trapped somewhere, in some vehicles at least, where you start polishing and it vibrates things and the water just drips out. So we just keep on having to blow dry it, blow dry it, blow dry it, blow dry it. So we're going to let it sit for a little bit. We're going to have lunch, let it sit, let it hopefully drip dry some more. Look at that. It just keeps on dripping, even though we blow everything out. I know there's a spoiler in here, and that catches a lot of water. So yeah, that's just going to happen. So everything is now polished and looking fantastic. There wasn't a ton of defects in the paint, just little areas of hazing, little scratches here and there, and it all cleared up really well. Oh, actually, I have to polish the glass. So the windshield and the top here, I still have to polish. So I will get to that. That will go pretty quick. That's pretty easy to do. But once everything is done, I'm gonna polish and coat all of this glass here, even the top. Once that's done, then we'll get to coating the plastic. Actually, this I usually leave to the end now, because it's recessed and it's, it's not that bad to get to. I'll just pop the frunk here. It's not, the engine isn't here, of course, it's a fully electric car. We'll pop that, clean up all of the edges and all the door edges and everything, where there might be a little bit of polishing dust. And then we will get to coating. And yeah, I mean, a lot of gloss black areas, not a ton of plastic. Some textured plastic down there, right there, a little bit. Yeah, that's textured plastic, so we'll coat that. e-Tron is done. We just completed coating it. Just used the crystal serum light for the windshield cowl. I actually started using it on all the plastics like I mentioned earlier, and it actually works really well. The windshield cowl wasn't as bad as I thought. Once I looked at it, it was cleaned. So I just applied crystal serum light, wipe it down, good to go. No residue, no smearing, none of that comes back after the coating is applied. So here's the thing with the coating and with the NSP polishes. The residue that's left over from the NSP polish will be easily removed, whatever that is. It's in the formula. It's not oils or anything that's going to deter the coating. The coating itself, crystal serum light and pretty much any coating, has a transfer fluid or a carrier fluid, which in itself removes whatever's on the paint, kind of like a cleaner wax. I know it's not 100% like that, so don't get hung up on that. It kind of acts as its own panel wipe as you're applying it. So like a cleaner wax has cleaners in it, it's a solvent, so as you apply it, it chemically cleans the paint. When you wipe it or when you let it haze, it removes that solvent, dissipates or evaporates, leaving the protection bonded to the paint. It's similar. It's not exactly the same, I know, don't get hung up on that. It's very similar to that. It's the same idea, think of it that way. So once that starts to flash off, the solvents are flashing away. The carrier fluids. What's left are the particles bonding to the paint. And when you level it, you're basically making or helping the solvents evaporate more and faster, leaving the SiO2 that's already bonded to the paint. It bonds within a few seconds. You're just leveling or wiping away the carrier fluid, helping it to evaporate. That's really all you're doing. That solvent is going to remove any of that little bit of residue that might be on the paint from the NSP polish. Now, will that act as a panel wipe for any type of polish? I don't know, I can't say. You know, if I use any other polishes, I am gonna do a light panel wipe down, but nothing too crazy. I don't drench the paint, there's no need for that. It's just light oils, and those oils also do evaporate over time anyway. Do some research on how polishes and compounds work and the carrier fluids in them and all of that stuff. Yes, you do want nice, clean, clear coat before you coat, but the technology and the NSP polishes it's designed to be a primer polish. So it lays down its own type of SiO2 particles already on the paint, and then when you put the coating on top of it, it bonds. SiO2 bonds to SiO2 very well, in fact. That's why toppers work really well on ceramic coatings, SiO2 toppers. They bond to it, itself. So that's just a little bit of, what happens with that NSP polish and how the coating removes that residue, and now clear, crystal clear. It looks beautiful. Gorgeous bluish purple pearl. It's awesome.
It tastes like basically like a white carrot.
Did you just say it tastes like? It tastes like.
It tastes like. I was gonna say it tastes like.
Okay, so this job is done. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and click that bell so you don't miss stuff. And as usual, if you're interested in the tools or the products, check out the links down below. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great week.